Welcome back. This is Rich and Charlie again with the Operation Legacy Coaching Series, and we're on exercise 6 today, talents, abilities, and skills. You know, Charlie, a talent can be defined as a special, often creative or artistic aptitude, ability, gift, faculty, aptitude, or knack. And an ability is the capacity to act on something, and the skill is actually a developed or acquired ability.
Right. Thanks, Rich. And on page 70, we talk about natural talents are given at birth and or developed over time. Natural talents come to us easily, and we typically enjoy them as we excel in them. Natural talents and abilities can be verified by others. You know, when was the last time someone said, "Hey, you're really good at that"? And, well, you know, maybe you didn't realize it because it comes naturally and easily for you, but to many others it may not. And then, have you ever had someone say, again, "You're really good at that"? You know, I stop and think about, as a young kid, I was never shy in talking to people in groups, and that's why I was always volunteered to be a leader in a youth group or whatever. What about yourself?
Yeah, well, you know, what I think about is my parents were really great because they allowed me to discover areas that I had interest in. And I gravitated towards things that I had skills and abilities in. But in order to do that, I tried a lot of different things. I tried a lot of different sports and a lot of different activities. Some of them were more cognitive, some of them were more physical. But it gave me the opportunity as a child to be able to kind of see what I was good at and what I liked. And then whenever I found something I was good at that I also enjoyed, that led for a happy experience.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, we're gifted with skills, talents, and abilities. And if we're already naturally good at it, all we can do is increase our skill at that.
Yeah.
And if you think about different people that are superstars in certain areas, maybe a concert pianist or something like that, they may have been, you know, really talented as a youngster, but then by getting into the good instruction and the good practice, they were able to excel in that area.
Exactly. One of the other examples, and you know, we want you to think about this for yourself. When you think about skills, talents, and abilities, as we're growing up, we learn different things. As a matter of fact, there are a couple of statistics, but I'll average both of them into saying that at the age of 7, a human being will have about 80% of their personality that they'll carry in life. Well, when I was 7 years old, that was a very special time in my life because I learned not only from my grandfather but from my stepdad a lot of things at home. I learned how to lay bricks at the age of 7. I learned how to cook from my mother at the age of 7. I learned how to sew with my grandmother's sewing machine. I mean, I learned a lot at the age 7. So when we're doing the timeline, speaking of skills, talents, and abilities, that age 7 was very, very dynamic for me. And then at the age 8, I joined the Boy Scouts. And as Rich mentioned, I think you were also a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
And many of you might be Boy or Girl Scouts at that age. But skills, talents, and abilities, I still carry and use the skills that I learned early in my life. And I'm also very artistic. I love to draw. Maybe you love to draw. Rich is musically talented. So when we talk about skills, talents, and abilities, and we reflect and bring to the present what we can use moving forward, that's what we want you to start documenting and journaling, is what are the skills that you learned before the military, in the military, that you can carry forward? What are the abilities that you have that come natural to you? You know, I love to speak in front of groups because I'm sharing things, and so does Rich. And we've done that. So it's not about us, though. It's about you.
Yeah.
When you start harnessing your skills, talents, and abilities moving forward, that's the key.
There's some great questions on page 70 and 71. They'll enable you to inquire within yourself and to reflect on that. But something that comes to my mind, Charlie, is there's a situation where people can discover their strengths and actually focus on improving your strengths. There's a school of thought that says you should focus on your weaknesses and spend a lot of your time building up your weaknesses, but that's actually contrary to you being able to maximize your effectiveness. There's certain things, areas in life where you're never going to be a superstar in, and all you need to do is develop them up to the functional minimal ability. If you're not good at math and numbers, you don't have to try to force yourself to take a calculus class and be a math teacher. That's my point. You want to focus on your strengths, develop your strengths, shore up those areas that might be less of a strength to be functional, but you want to focus on developing your strengths so you can be most effective as possible.
Exactly. You know, what that reminds me of is Dr. Cooperrider's 4D model. And if you want to research him, Dr. David Cooperrider, 4D as in David model. And part of that discovery, especially in your transition process, when we're thinking about your skills, talents, and abilities, think about discovery. As Rich just mentioned, discover what you can use moving forward. And we'll repeat something that is just a sad commentary. 80 to 85% of people in organizations do not like what they do.
And they also don't feel like they're using their skills and talents to their abilities.
Exactly.
So that leads for a lot of less than excited people out there that are really not getting all the blessings in life that they could get, and more importantly, what they could give.